welcome to this workshop. I'm Dr. Nasser Makaram from the University of Aberdeen, and I'm happy to present a paper of mine entitled Brexit and Audit Pricing. First of all, a little bit about Brexit itself. Brexit happened in 2016, on 23rd of June 2016, where British people decided to leave the European Union. Brexit created substantial policy uncertainty in the UK because there wasn't any certainty about the outcome of this decision, and it was different from prior uncertainty shocks that we have observed elsewhere. For example, the oil price shock of 1973, the Gulf War, the first and second, the 11th of September attacks. These are some of the examples of uncertainty shocks, but Brexit was different. Why? Because the uncertainty about those examples, they were mainly related to a recession, and the timeline, the time frame, if you like, was different because the uncertainty for Brexit lasted for a couple of years as well. So what we're doing here in this study is to look at the impact of Brexit on audit fees by UK firms. So we know that policy uncertainty affects firms. There are empirical evidence how policy uncertainty affects firms. For instance, Gosh and Olsen 2009, they show that managers adjust their decisions based on the impact of environmental factors, and if there's any uncertainty in the environment, that can affect managerial decisions. And also there is extensive evidence how uncertainty affects managerial investing decisions, innovation decisions, and also payout policy of companies. So just a little bit about Brexit-driven policy uncertainty. I mentioned that Brexit created huge policy uncertainty in the UK, but let's see how this uncertainty was created. So we know that the EU, the European Union, was and still is the main trade partner of the UK with around 50% share in the UK economy. When Brexit happened, there was uncertainty about both the timing of the outcome, eventual outcome, and also the eventual outcome itself. We didn't know what's going to happen. There were some very optimistic views about how Brexit can affect the UK economy, and there were also some negative views as well. What happened on the referendum day was that a very narrow majority of British people decided to leave the EU. So it was like 51.9% compared to 48.1% who decided to remain. And another distinctive feature of Brexit was that the result was very unpredicted. So before Brexit, almost everyone thought the Remain campaign would actually win the referendum, but the outcome was something else, and it was a shock to the UK businesses as well. So now, how Brexit can affect audit pricing? We're using Brexit as an exogenous shock. As I mentioned, the outcome of the referendum was totally unpredicted. So it wasn't what the people and in the UK expected. So because we got this exogenous shock, we think that this is a good setting for providing causal evidence of how policy uncertainty can affect audit pricing. Another thing is that Brexit doesn't affect UK firms the same way. So even before Brexit, we knew that some industries may even benefit from Brexit, but of course some others will be affected negatively by Brexit. So the impact of Brexit on UK firms is heterogeneous. We also know that UK audit market may face changes in response to this economic uncertainty brought by Brexit, and this can increase audit risk because of the complexities introduced by Brexit. And when there is more complexity, well, we expect to see more audit effort and hence higher audit fees. But I'll discuss what we expect to see later on as well. So this part of my presentation shows the hypothesis development. We have two competing arguments on how Brexit as policy uncertainty shock can affect audit fees. The first argument, which is called business risk argument, this argument I just mentioned and mentioned it before. We expect that when Brexit happens, due to the complexities introduced by Brexit, that should actually increase audit risk, and hence it requires more audit effort, and hence auditors should charge more for their increased effort. So based on the business risk argument, we expect that Brexit will increase audit fees of UK firms. There's also another argument called fee pressure argument. Based on this argument, because of the complexities, because of the financial difficulties introduced by Brexit, we expect that clients or firms negotiate more with their auditors in order to reduce audit fees. So based on this argument, Brexit may reduce audit fees. So we're not too sure which one is the case. So we're just going to see how and what the data tells us about the impact of Brexit on audit fees. Just briefly about data and methodology. So data was collected from data stream for UK firms for the period 2014 to 2017. There is evidence, we stopped the sample in 2017 because there is evidence provided by other studies that the Brexit-driven policy uncertainty started to subside in 2008 and on. So we stopped our sample in 2017. Just like normal papers of this slide, we removed regulated and financial institutions. The final sample contains 860 firm year observations, representing 215 unique firms. Out of these firms, 61 firms were classified as the most adversely affected firms or treatment group, and the remaining 154 were classified as control group. The way we did it was that we looked at the change in gross value added. There is literature on this, so that's how we actually identified most adversely affected firms to have our treatment group. And the model is very simple, like other difference studies. We got the dependent variable audit fees, and we got the interaction between Brexit and affected group, and of course we have some control variables as well. Let's present the results. I'm just presenting some of the results. There is a long paper. And I have selected the tables, and I removed the long list of control variables. You can look at the paper itself if you like. You can contact me if you want to have access to the paper as well. This paper is currently under review by a journal. So as you can see, the main regression results here, the variable of interest, which is the interaction between TR, which is the dummy variable, taking 1 if the firm year observation belongs to the most adversely affected firms, and Brexit, which is another dummy variable, showing whether this firm year observation belongs to the post-Brexit period. And you can see the coefficient is highly significant and also economically significant as well. It shows the coefficient is 0.25, which shows the most adversely affected firms have like 25% higher audit fees compared to other firms or the control group. We also use a number of techniques to make sure that the results are robust. We've used propensity matching techniques using the nearest sample, optimal, full optimal, and entropy balancing. So four different techniques we've used, and as you can see, the variable of interest, which is the interaction between the treatment and Brexit, is consistently significant across all these variations of our balanced samples. We have also looked at individual industries because we believe that some of the industries may behave differently. So we've just selected some significant industries and have run the regression separately for the interaction between being part of the industry and the Brexit variable. As you can see, the interaction between mining and Brexit is highly significant. The interaction between chemical and Brexit also highly significant. The same is the case with electronics and fabrics, but it's not significant for construction. So that shows that there is variation in terms of how Brexit has affected audit fees of UK firms across different industries. Some of the conclusions we can draw from this study. So what we've done was that we looked at how Brexit as an uncertainty shock affected audit fees of the UK firms. We showed that our results are consistent with business risk argument, because in all the tests and also we've done some additional analysis. The results were consistent with business risk argument, which means that our results show that the complexities, the challenges introduced by Brexit-driven policy uncertainty has increased the audit risk and audit effort, and hence audit fees. So basically, auditors are asking for a fee premium after Brexit for those who were affected, more negatively affected by Brexit. This rise in audit firms indicates an increased importance and complexity of financial reporting in the post-Brexit environment. This shows that Brexit introduced some extra complexities, and these firms and auditors have reacted to this. So auditors have reacted to this by increasing their risk and asking for a fee premium, because they need to compensate for the extra risk and also for the extra effort they need to make to actually analyze the complexities introduced by Brexit into financial reporting. So thank you so much. I kept it simple and short to have more time for the questions. Thank you so much.